Rainollon here. Today is yet again another build showcase, and it's Oraxia, the brand new Warframe, and she's kind of fun. She's very good, I will say, not broken. A lot of people say she's broken. She's absolutely fine. And yeah, there are 3 builds I'm going to show you today, so let's start with the first one. Alright, for the first build, this is the Summs&Guns build. This build is focused to make all of her abilities useful, have a purpose to be pressed, and reliable. So we have ability strength, ability strength, ability strength, and ability strength for your fourth ability. Her fourth ability is her main ability to do damage, and it's quite nice to have. Arcane continuity gives you ability duration, which is more than enough duration. She doesn't need a lot of duration. Abilities that inflict toxin status effect will apply corrosion status effect. All of her abilities do proc toxin. This will also going to help you out, so you're going to proc corrosion as well. And Arcane reach and stretch for ability range, prime flow for maximum energy, and equilibrium for health and energy economy. That's it. Those are the mods. For the Arcane crap, which while invisible, you're going to be invisible when you wall latch with her passive, giving you invisibility. You're going to always be invisible, so this is quite nice. 30% ability strength and 3x final critical damage multiplier. Very good. Second Arcane, multi-augmented. When you kill 250 enemies, you get a permanent 60% ability strength. This is quite nice as well. You can, of course, utilize this, but you have to wait for your minions to attack to get 60%, and this only works on your next cast, while multi-augmented is 24/7. Those are the Arcanes. For the stats, her health looks high, plus her fourth ability will multiply it. Believe me, she's very squishy. Adding adaptation or building for a lot more health, like adding more vitality, will not make her tankier. She's very squishy. You're going to be invisible as well, so there's no point to using health mods and adaptation. That's something I will highly recommend. Her shield is whatever, armor is whatever, energy is more than enough, sprint speed is good, duration is more than enough, efficiency is more than enough, range is more than enough, and strength is very high, which is more than enough. Those are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and it's time for me to show you the second setup. For the second setup, this is the Nourish version of Summs&Guns. All the mods are exactly the same, Arcane's all the same, but I did remove her first ability for Nourish. Nourish, what it does, when enemies shoot you, you release a shockwave that will stagger enemies and proc viral, helps. Energy multiplier, when you pick up energy orbs, they will be multiplied, and you give yourself and your team viral damage. But not only that, your third ability, when your spiders are out and start DPSing, you can press Nourish and give them viral as well. So not only they will proc impact, toxin, corrosion, they will also proc viral, which is quite nice. And it's a very nice synergy, and I kind of like it, really like it. So that's it. Those are the mods, the Arcane, and it's time for me to show you the final setup. For the final setup here, this is the gun buffer build. All the mods here are nearly the same. I did remove Summoner's Rate for growing power, giving yourself 25% more ability strength. That's it here. Those are the mods. For the Arcane crap is still here, but I did remove multi-augmented for Arcane Arachne. What it does when you wall latch, which you will, she's focused around wall latching, you give yourself 150% damage to primaries and secondaries for 30 seconds. This 150% damage is a multiplicative damage increase, and it's quite noticeable. It's quite nice, and if you like shooting your guns more than watching minions do damage, this is quite nice to have. That's it. Those are the Arcanes, the mods, the stats are all the same, and now it's time for me to explain the abilities. Alright, let's start with the fourth ability first. So her fourth ability gives you status immunity, increase your maximum health, you can no longer use melee weapons. Ranged weapons are inbound with toxin status, which is a separate toxin damage, like toxin lash, very good. And when you press shift, you teleport from one side of the map to the other. It's freaking sick. It's very cool. Not only that, when you kill an enemy, while your fourth ability is active, that enemy will explode in an 8.75 meter radius, and it does a little bit of toxin damage, which will help you out, especially against Infested and Corpus. Third ability, Widow's Brood. What it does is when enemies are marked by your third ability, when they die, you will spawn a little spider. The little spider sadly doesn't scale with ability strength and shards, but they do scale with summoner's rate and enemy level. Overall, they will help you out. Second ability will crowd control enemies, will increase their damage vulnerable. It's also pretty solid. And your first ability, what it does is when enemies are below 50% health, you press it, you will execute them, and you have a very high chance to drop a bunch of health and energy orbs. Very good. Her passive, Volage, grants Oraxia invisibility for 8 seconds. You can easily refresh this, and it's quite good. You're going to be invisible all the time. Very, very good. That's it. That's all of her abilities, and it's time for me to show you the Shards. For the Shards of a highly recommend for you to go are all Toxin Status Effect deal plus 45 more damage. This will make her fourth ability do even more damage. Sadly, it doesn't work with her third ability, but maybe they will change it in the near future. I will not recommend plus 2 or 3 increased stacks of corrosion. Enemies will die before that. It's not worth it. Against bosses, that's completely useless because of the adaptation survivability. I will not recommend. Don't use that. This is much better for every scenario, for every content. That's it. Those are the Shards. Now it's time for me to show you the Loadout. Alright, the Loadout. Kuasobak. Very good. Acid Shells. Works with her fourth ability. Can create a chain reaction. Very good. Still holds up. I made a build video of this guy. Still holds up. Secondary weapon, Hikao Prime. Very good. Also works with her fourth ability. Concealed Explosion, Prime Fulmination setup. With these two, you're going to have a very easy time against Infested and Corpus. It's not good against armored enemies, and it also breaks boxes, which is quite nice. I made a build video of this guy. Still holds up. Stat Stick. We can't use a melee weapon with her fourth ability turned on, so we're going to use this weapon, of course, giving us sprint speed, slide, and parkour velocity for mobility. Companion, Panzer Vopopila. With Reinforced Bond, you have to have this to have over 1200 to get yourself 60% fire rate for primary and secondary. Tenacious Bond for 1.2 final critical damage multiplier. She's going to proc viral for us, energy economy, and that's it. Those are the mods on her. The Claw. Those are the mods on the Claw. And now let's do a Steel Path mission. Alright, we're in. I'm up against the Corrupt Enemies at the Void. Steel Path, of course. It's survival. The map's called mod. I'm going to show you this build here. This is the first setup without the helmet. Where are the enemies? Come on, spawn. Oh, we can execute this guy, execute that guy. Give me that energy economy. Acid Shells. Activate my third ability. Kill enemies to spawn my spider boys. There we go. Spider boys are going to help you out. Boop. Acid Shells. Hikao. Let's do Hikao a little bit. You can see that Hikao is always proccing Toxin when you toss it. There's nobody over there, sadly. Everybody's here. You can see a bunch of numbers. Hikao is like proccing so much Toxin. There we go, execute that guy. Execute this guy. You're forever invisible. You get so much power from it. A lot of people think that she breaks the game. No, she's absolutely fine. A lot of people say that her fourth ability is better Toxin Lash. It is better Toxin Lash, but Rhino Roar and Venom Dose give her much more dipping to damage. So Saren's Toxin Lash is still better once you add Rhino Roar and Venom Dose. And she cannot utilize Rhino Roar. She needs to remove her fourth ability, but there's no point of playing her if you remove the fourth ability. There we go, execute this guy. Press this here. Summon some spider boys. Yeah, Saren can multi-dip the damage, reaching some numbers that are stupid. And sadly she cannot. If she can use Rhino Roar, holy... Woo, that will be so busted if Oraxia can use Rhino Roar. But because she can't... Hey, it's fine. Believe me, it's absolutely fine. Alright, we have the Acolyte. I'll Volage up here. The Acolyte won't be able to do anything. Hey, don't freaking teleport me. There you go. Please! Please, sir! No more! There we go, that's the Acolyte. The Acolyte can't even reach me, and I'm also invisible. Even if she has a large amount of health, she's very squishy. She has no DR. Building adaptation is also not worth it. Adaptation is a good DR, but you have to complement it with another layer of DR. Not having DR and jamming adaptation doesn't give you a large amount of HP. It doesn't really do much. Enemies will still kill you. Instead of 4 bullets, they will kill with 5 bullets. It's not worth it. Yeah, she's powerful. I think you guys seen her enough. There we go. Go over here. You can just refresh like this every time. And if you're low on energy, just press your 1 on enemy like that. You get full energy. Go back and continue. Press your 3rd ability, your 4th ability. Your 2nd ability, your 3rd ability, not 4th. 4th ability is always active. Let me deactivate my 4th ability. Now I have a bunch of ability strength thanks to multi-augmented. Now I have more extra damage, slightly bigger health. There we go. Alright, that's it. Time for me to leave. And be right back. And there you go. Oraxia. Very good. I like her a lot. She's not broken. She's not a new meta Warframe. She's like good. What she does is pretty sick. Vol-latching mechanic is now finally useful. And only with her. What else? The Nourish setup, giving the spiders Nourish, is quite nice as well. She's overall good. I just wish her durability scale with ability strength. Sadly, it doesn't. It only works with summoner's rate and enemy level. I kind of wish they can add that system. Some minions can scale with ability strength, some don't. I wish it did. That's it. Those are the builds. That's the Warframe. I hope you enjoyed her and the builds. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. Leave a like, sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.